Hello and welcome to Caching Waves. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on the micro count of the trade I'm in here. First of all, this wave just kept going in a choppy manner. That's one of the reasons I mentioned to you that I don't stick to any hardcore wave counts, because it could have been very easy if you watch my last video to consider this an ABC here complete and expecting downside. And what really happened is we got an A, expanded flat B, and then 5 waves up for our C. So you can see how those patterns can always change. That's why I had my stop up at this level, just to allow more patterns to fill out. Now, we got a pretty hard rejection here, which is great, just what we wanted to see, just past the 0.618 there. But at the moment, either looking at this as a wave 1 in a diagonal, because we have a 3-wave pattern here. So what we would expect is something like this in our diagonal to be a wave 1, and then look for a retrace up and have the option to add to our position at that point. But if you watched my video yesterday, you know there's also an alternate count where we go up to the upside in a corrective manner. And what that would look like is we had a 3-wave here, came up to here, we could come down in 5 here, even as some sort of ending diagonal in itself, and that's just an ABC as a flat, and then we'd look for further upside. Perhaps the correction gets bigger, and then we move to correctively to the upside. Now zooming out to the larger view, all that would look like is this ends up being an A wave. Once we get that correction in, we get a B wave, and we move higher in a C wave. But as of right now, I am neutral, whether we're upside or downside, until we get some clarification of the pattern we're getting at this moment. But as for now, overnight, I'm just, I put my take profit on this trade at the 1-to-1. I also moved my stop. This is my average entry price. I got in at the 50 up here, and I got in, I believe, at this level here. My average price was around here. But I'm gonna move my stop to this high, which will be in profit. So there's no way I can lose money on this trade. And I'm looking to take profit at the 1-to-1. Now this is just overnight, because this can happen quickly. And if something changes, I might adjust that. But I think there's a chance that since we made a 3 here, always my drawing tool. Holy cow, what's going on with my chart? Since we made a 3 here, right here, that there's a chance we make a 3-wave here in a similar amount of time and just drop down, tick 26,700, and potentially reverse in 3 and challenge this high again. So I've set my take profit to 26,700, and that would be if we just move straight down to here and then rejected at the bottom of our pitchfork here, around between the 618 and the 786 of this previous wave. So that's what I did for my trade. There's no way I can lose money on this anymore, or maybe a slight loss, but it's negligible. I want to see what happens after this point. And if we do the leading diagonal, I may take profit again and look for a re-entry. But I will update this constantly over the weekend, tomorrow and over the weekend. So if you want to keep track of how I'm doing my trades, make sure to subscribe, and I'll show you every step of the way what I'm doing. So my stop's right there on this pivot. For some reason, I can't grab that. There we go. But yeah, my average entry was somewhere around here. I'm not using Bitstamp as my trading exchange. So you'll have to check your own exchange for that. But looking for this to fill out in somewhat equal time and at the 1-to-1 if this is just a double zigzag, which should take us, if it was 1-to-1. I can't get right on the pivot there. Come on. Should take us into Friday, perhaps in the afternoon or faster. We'll see what happens there. Or in the middle of the night. So we'll see what happens. I'm setting my take profit here. The original trade setup, once adjusted, was something like this. So it's a nice little, I think, like 3 or 4-to-1 trade. If we get this here, yeah, just over 3-to-1. All right, guys, that's it for Bitcoin. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see the updates on this, and thanks for watching.